guys, it's your girl JoJo, and I'm here with the review for 90 Day Fiance The Other Way. This is season 2, episode 3. First of all, I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you for watching my Married to Medicine video, and for all of your kind words and comments underneath that video. I was having a really tough Monday. I had an equally tough Tuesday, but today is a little bit better. Still stuff going on, but I'm trying to be as helpful from a distance as I can, but still feeling some type of way about it, but better. So I wanted to say thank you guys for that. Secondly, I teach a class on Tuesdays, right? And this show completely slipped my mind. Like, I didn't even think about it until I saw other people posting their reviews. Scattered Brilliancy, Mila B was posting hers. I was like, girl, you done forgot to record and watch the show. So I actually ended up watching it today while I was, at work. We ain't gonna tell nobody, but I was still working. I got my notes. Okay. I got my notes. So I'm ready to talk about it. Oh, just a disclaimer. If y'all see a dark spot pop out, it is not my nipple. I have a scar. Back when I used to wear my longer weaves, I was trying to get some wine curls going, and I kind of flipped the curling iron like this, and I guess I must have just laid it there, because now I got this burn, and people always think it's my nipple. I promise you it's not. My boobs are not that perky. So my nipple is not way up here. That's not what it is. So if you see it, just letting you know. Okay, so we meet a new couple. Well, new to me, probably not new to y'all who have been watching, but Devin and Jahan. I hope I'm saying his name right. Devin and Jahan were together. She had moved to Korea to be with him, but Jahan didn't necessarily do what he needed to do in regards to the family life and all of that, so she took it on back to America. Now he's sitting there, he's getting a haircut, and he's very sad that his woman is gone, and he wants his woman back, and he's gonna do what he needs to do to get his woman back. So he tells us he understands he needs to get it together. He understands he needs to get a job. He's talking to the guy who is cutting his hair. And the guy who is cutting his hair is, unbeknownst to us, is a barber / fortune teller / astrologist / shade tree specialist. Because when I tell you he was shading the H out of Jahan, he told Jahan, look, people with little ears don't like to listen. And I was just like, now wait a minute now. I don't mind listening. But he was telling Jahan, you don't like to listen, you don't want to work, you're lazy, you don't want to do anything. And how about the whole time I'm about to take up for Jahan, because you don't need to be talking about that man like that while he in your chair. How about the barber, shade tree fortune teller was right? Because Jahan said he's right. I don't really want to work. Ooh, guys, when I tell you that man was reading, I said, were you reading fortunes or were you reading the fortunes? Mr. Barbershop / fortune teller / shade tree. Anyway, so Devin is 23 years old. She already had a daughter before she met Jahan, and ended up getting pregnant the very first night they slept together. I said, well, I'll be doggone. I'll be doggone. And within a couple of months, they decided they were going to get married. His parents weren't really with the idea, still aren't 100% with it, but they got their grandbaby now. I was really touched when I saw how excited they were watching that video of the birth. That was a really sweet moment. But she moved to Korea thinking that he had it together, when actually he was still living at home because he had a $15,000 fine for selling stolen cell phones. You mean to tell me, Devin, that you went all the way out to Korea just to get somebody with the same type of hood rat antics? Girl, you could have got that over in the States. You could have got that over. You could have got old wee child a ghetto over here in the States. But hey, if that's what y'all like, that's what y'all like. So she came on back to America with her daughter and her baby, and she was going to give him some time to get it together. So he say he got it together, y'all, but only he really does not have it together, and we find that out actually on the next episode. But the whole time he's telling her, look, I got you. You're going to be able to work from home. I'm going to get the apartment. I got a job now. I got 2 jobs. I don't really know how much I make, but I do got 2 jobs. Well, scratch that. I actually do know how much I make now. Somewhere between, $3,000, $4,000. Y'all, I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but this is just a ghetto mess. It's so, when I was looking at it, I was like, ooh, this ghetto. So then Um, we see her packing, and if the barber man didn't just read Jahan, Devin goes ahead and takes it a step further by letting us know that she got the condoms. And she got the smaller, extra snug kind so they won't slide off like the last ones did. I said, now listen, I don't even know if I like Jahan, but y'all not gonna keep shading this man on this camera. Y'all done really, first y'all came for his ears, then y'all came for his work ethic. Now you trying to come for my man's manhood. Come on now. Come on, that's your man. You don't do your man like that on national television. I was just like, Jahan, you need to regulate in your household when you get a household. But yeah, apparently the condom slid off, and that's how she got pregnant the last time. And I'm gonna say this because I know people never believe it, but the person who is the recipient of the condom sex, a lot of times they don't. I know some people gonna say they don't believe it, but you can look this up. They don't feel it. The person who has it on is the person who's gonna feel it, because the sensation is gonna completely change for them. And you don't. I know you're going to try to argue against it somebody, but you don't know because you ain't the one receiving it, right? So you don't really know what it feels like. At least I hope you don't. Now, if you do, now, hey, if she okay with you living that life, but we ain't getting into that. But what I'm saying is a lot of times the person that's receiving doesn't feel it because, as a woman, this channel's not for children, okay? I'm not trying to get graphic with y'all, but as a woman, if it's doing what it's supposed to do down there, you know what I'm saying? Do you catch what I'm saying? It all just feel like, just lubrication. It's all moisturized. So you don't really feel, child, y'all know what I'm trying to say. I don't got to break it down to you. Y'all grown. Okay, y'all grown. But I can somewhat believe that she didn't feel it the moment that it happened. Not the petite meat. Not the petite meat, Jahan. That's all right. That's all right. Some people like the fun times, okay? Like the fun, the bite size. Ain't nothing wrong. If it's petite, all right, you just know how to work it. The petite meat. Okay. All right. We moving on. Now, Jahan has been shaded by the barbershop shade tree fortune teller. Now he's being shaded by Devin, who is his woman. Now he is being shaded by Devin's mama. All right, Devin's mama coming there and saying, I don't understand. He's 30 years old. He should already have a house. He should already have the good job that make a lot of money. He should already have the savings. And I wanted to be like, well, mama, your daughter, how much money she had saved up before she started moving children into your house? Now, granted, she did get the apartment in Korea, but while you looking at everybody else and what they should have, I'm pretty sure that daughter was not the plan, okay? Nor was the son that she moved up in your house. But, I guess you probably don't want to talk about that, so we're gonna move forward. I just figured since we were shading Jahan, everybody can get a little shade. All right. So, yeah, Jahan ain't really got it together, and we're going to see how it goes in this 1 month rental, or they going to end up back at the parents' house. That's what I'm feeling, but he ain't really making it very clear. Okay, moving on. Selling stolen phones. Let's go on to Yazan and Brittany. I was feeling that scarf situation Yazan had on. I know that's probably just part of his culture. He wasn't trying to style, but I was feeling it. So Yazan is preparing for Brittany to come. And the last time Brittany came, she had on a short skirt, and she was getting a lot of stares, and people were talking, and she just gonna have to realize she gonna have to buckle down. She gonna cover up that head, and she gonna cover up that body, because that's what we do out here. The women don't walk around scantily clad and all of that. And we know that Brittany likes to show the skin. And y'all know I don't get mad at stuff like that. I feel like when you're young and you have a really beautiful body, now is your time to flaunt. That's just how I feel, because eventually, it might get dimply and roly-poly, and child, especially on vacation. Vacation really is the time that you want to do it, but I'm sorry, I'm off subject. Okay, so, Brittany is going to be coming, and so Yazan is preparing. He's talking to his brother. His brother is just like, I'm not really feeling it, in their language. I'm not really feeling it. I don't really think this is going to work. What about converting to Islam? What about her being a Muslim? What about her covering up? Like, why couldn't you just, do like everybody else in our family and get with another relative? I said, excuse me? Now, at first, I thought that the subtitles was wrong. I said, well, maybe they messed up the subtitle. Maybe they meant somebody in the community. No, they meant relative. Okay, Yazan lets us know that his mom and dad are related to each other, and that's kind of how everybody in the family does it. You know, they would rather me marry somebody who I'm already related to. I mean, I won't call it incest if you don't call it incest, but we do all know that it's incest. I'm pretty sure y'all know that that causes genetic problems, or no? All right, y'all. I mean, it. Whatever they gonna do over there, I'm sure that's not the move that we would make over here, but okay. So he works in the market at the family business. He's talking to his brother some more, and the brother is just like, you gonna bring her out here, but she gonna have to convert. And Yazan say she ain't got no problem converting. Now, did y'all get that from Brittany? Did y'all get that she doesn't have any problem converting? Because I don't see that when I look at Brittany. I see a person who is going to take some convincing. Don't let the smiles fool you. Speaking of smiles, her and her daddy are all smiles on the way to the airport. Both her and her daddy talk the same way, but Brittany kind of talks like she's reading from a script. I'm about to go to Jordan to meet Yazan, and his parents are really pushing us to get married, but they don't know that I'm actually still married to somebody else. And the whole time her daddy over there like, oh, you know, I'm just worried about you. You know, I don't think it's going to be the way you think it's going to be. And I'm concerned about your safety. But, you know, these are things that you got to think about. And, you know, I'm really sad. It doesn't look like I'm sad because I'm smiling, but I'm really sad. I'm going to miss my daughter. So he's dropping her off at the airport. Her luggage is too heavy. She got to take out the mannequin. I said, why do you have the full beauty supply in the front mannequin in your suitcase? Like, why didn't you buy a styrofoam head? She had that big, I'm talking about the ones that look like, she had that big mannequin in her suitcase. So she gives it to her dad, tell him to put a wig on it when she misses her. I thought that was funny. But she is about to be on her way, so we're going to see how that goes. Their part was pretty short this time. And their leaving was actually very emotional for me. I like how the daddy was just talking about how he had to man up and grow up and learn how to raise a girl. I was just like, oh, I love daddy-daughter relationships, you guys. In fact, I'm a little bit envious of it, but you know, it's a good envy. It's a good envy, not a bad envy. I'm not coveting. But you got to be careful with them smiling ones. I said, Yazan, don't get messed up, because them be the main ones that'll beat you down, all with the same smile, like on their face. All right, now let's go to Binyan. I said I was gonna call him Ben because I don't know if I'm saying that right. And what's the girl's name? I'm sorry, y'all. I got the names in my phone, but then I got my notes. Cause my notes just say him, her, him, her. Ariella. Okay, and Binyan. Okay. Anyway, Ariella is with her parents. They're having like their last big dinner as a family before she leaves to go to Ethiopia. They get into a discussion about, is being ready for you having this child? Is he ready to be a married man? And what's going to make your situation different from his last situation? I said, T. Okay, what's going on with this last situation? Turns out he has been married before. He has a son. They had some conflict. She also was from the States. And she packed up, moved back, and he hasn't seen his son since, which is really sad. In a tough situation. I hope we hear more about what's going on with that, and if the mother has tried to, you know, reconcile or anything just for the sake of the baby. But she too got pregnant very quickly after her and Ben met. I said, what's going on with everybody? Like, I understand it's probably been a long time since y'all been in the bed with somebody, but y'all do know when you have sex that you can produce children, right? Okay, that ain't no special miracle. I know y'all like to think it is, but it is science. It's science, okay? The miracle, of course, is in the, you know, the birthing of life. But, child, that conception thing, you know, that egg and that sperm meet, and that's how it go, okay? So, yeah, you know, you want to be thinking ahead, okay? Since people like to bring up the word, Proverbs do say, you know, a person that doesn't plan for the future is very much a fool, okay? Do not folly. Is what we don't want to do. And it sounds like y'all following around there, all the sex going on, and nobody's worried about protections, and then y'all having babies, and then trying to figure it out after the baby. But okay, I'm not here to judge. Okay, I'm an unplanned baby. Okay, I know how it goes. Sometimes the heat be hot on you. I get it. I just want us to think a little better. But anyway, even though the situations are similar, she's not concerned. She's also not concerned about him being an Eastern Orthodox Christian, because she's raising her baby as a Jewish child, because that's her belief, and she don't care what men talking about. Now, see, that's problematic, because he should get some kind of say-so in how his child is going to be raised. Unless he just don't care, then, just do what you want to do. But to say, I don't care, this is my baby, I said, Ben. Now, you got to be watching it when people start talking like, this is my baby, my son, my daughter. You don't want another child on the run now, do you? But we're going to see what happens with that. The daddy don't understand why she just couldn't just find a nice little Jewish boy in Brooklyn. And I probably would have been looking at the daddy like, yeah, I guess that would have been a little more simple. But you know your baby, you know your daughter. Okay, she like her out the country man, so that's what she got. Alrighty, so now, who's next here? Jenny and, oh Lord, sorry y'all, I'm gonna go back to my names. Submit. Jenny and Submit. So Submit is talking to his brother, because Jenny is about to be on the way, and the brother, the brother is the same way Yazan's brother was. Like, I don't understand why you bringing her out here. She old, and the age difference is too great. Our parents would have been cool if she was 5 to 10 years older, but she is so many years older than you, and she gonna just keep getting older. She is older than his mother, which is awkward, you guys. Like, I can honestly say that if I were to bring home a 61-year-old man, my mama would not be here for it. If I was to bring home a 50-year-old man, my mama would not be here for it. If I was to bring home a 42-year-old man, my mama would not be here for it. Anybody that my mama can kind of kick it with, she would not be here. She wouldn't be here for it. But that happens. It goes that way sometimes when you fall in love with somebody who is much older than you. And he is going on about how, Submit should have just found a younger woman, and it doesn't really need to be this way. It's going to be very awkward. They're going to get a lot of stares. A lot of people are going to talk. This is not how their culture works. This, that, and the third. And Submit not only spilled tea, but he spilled some psychological tea. So let's get into what Submit had to say. He basically said, listen, I'm happy. Jenny makes me happy. When I was married before, and I told y'all I never wanted to be married, you forced me into it. Then said, just get a divorce. And I was miserable. And now he even more miserable, because the divorce is what, $40,000 or something, child? I thought the prices was just astronomical over here, but apparently they dealing with it over there too. And he's just like, I never wanted to do it. I was forced into doing it, and I was unhappy. Who was there to help me? Who was there to be there for me? Who was concerned about me? So now y'all want me to be concerned about everybody else, but nobody spoke for me. And I was just like, okay. But Jenny did speak for him when he was going through his divorce. I said, you better defend your woman, Submit. I don't know if I agree with this age difference, but you better do what you do, baby. I wasn't mad at none of that. And it's true, you guys. It's funny how, when we're looking at this show and it gives you a peek into these different people that are a part of these different cultures, that a lot of times, Americans get a lot of slack. And I'm not saying that we don't have our stuff to work on, because we could definitely work on our family and marriage and raising children, all of that morale and laws. We could definitely stand to do some work on it. But what I'm saying is, sometimes the spotlight gets put on all of our flaws and all of the things that we have wrong, when if you talk to people who are in certain situations, even in these other places, in these other cultures, if they had a choice, they wouldn't even participate in the marriages that are being done where they live, that are contributing to their very high marriage rate and their low divorce rate. They wouldn't even participate if they actually had a choice, and if they wouldn't be shunned and shut out. So, while every place has their flaws, every country has their flaws, there's always like a piece that you can kind of look at and admire in another place, even if it's not a place that you would necessarily want to be. You know what I'm saying? So that was an eye-opener there. And I actually felt some type of way, you know, just for Submit. I kind of felt a little bit of sympathy. I still think he tells lies, but I felt a little sympathy. So he's gotten a new place so that he can have a new place for Jenny. Jenny's excited. I also feel sorry for Jenny. I think she's way in over her head. She's been sleeping on her daughter's couch. She barely got any money left. What's the word on Uber India? Did anybody ever find out if there is indeed one that she can do? Because sis gonna have to get a job. Okay, he got $40,000 to pay. I don't know where he works, and she trying to get, you know, $400-500 worth of Social Security instead of waiting. So the finances are in shambles at 61. Work all my life for my no. She gonna have to do something when she get out there. So we're gonna keep Jenny in our thoughts and prayers. Her daughter's not really with it. You need proof of the divorce at least before you get on the plane. But y'all know Jenny ain't for that. She love that man, and she gonna get on that plane. So lastly, we have the same-sex couple, Kenneth and Armando. He reveals to his children that Armando is actually quite grown, okay, but not as grown as they think he is. He's 31. And the guy, the girl that his son is dating is actually 31. So it was kind of an awkward moment, but they laughed it off. The daughters still seem to be the most upset about him leaving, but they're also worried about his well-being, given that he's going to a place that's not as accepting of their relationship. He also reveals he has the wedding ring, and child, that caused even more tears. I was like, child, is it a celebration or a funeral? I mean, it got real dark at the table, but I'm happy that Kenneth is living his dreams and doing what he wants to do, doing what he feels is best. And of course, I hope they're going to be safe in Mexico. Out of all the couples, I definitely see and feel there is love between these two. And still, he do not look like he in his 50s, child. Maybe when you know, you don't have the stress of the vagina, it make you look a lot younger. Because I will say lesbians look like that too. You know, skin always be supple. I said, hey, is that what lack of men do to you? I'm done, you guys. This was fun. Okay, I will talk to you guys for the next one, and I hope I didn't miss anything. If I did, you know, charge it to my mind, not my heart. And I'll see y'all for the next one, all right? Bye.